Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. I am sharing my picks for worst Disney World resorts for little ones. So if you're taking a baby or toddler to Disney, these are some resorts you might not want to. While all Disney resorts are magical, these have just a little less magic to me. Now obviously these are just my thoughts and opinions. I'm sure I will get some hate on some of these of like, no, I love that resort, what's wrong with you? But these are just my picks, so you guys will have to let me know down in the comment section what your pick for worst Disney resort would be. Starting out at the value category, the worst resort in this category to take your baby or toddler to, in my opinion, is All Star Sports. It smells half the time like a dirty gym locker. I don't know how it is. I don't know if it's an air freshener or the fact that there are, the second point here that I have is so many groups of either sports groups or cheer groups or whatever running around and sweating and practicing and all the things. And it's that, or if there's like an air freshener that they spray, I don't know, but it does. It smells like a dirty gym locker. And with the second point, there are lots of sports groups or cheer groups and just teenagers and adolescents in general, and while I love kids, they're not exactly the most sweet to little ones all the time, as well as it's noisy. They're either out practicing or doing their routines and things and getting ready for their competitions, rightfully so. But if you're a family that likes to take your little one back to the resort, let them nap in peace, that can sometimes be a little difficult depending on where your room is. So highly recommend knowing that if that is a resort you're going to stay at, you might want to pick something a little further away from the main areas, or just look at the map and see something that's a little more out of the way and potentially a little more quiet and peaceful. And then the last thing that I just dislike about this resort is their pool area. It's very bland and basic pool, and their splash pad, splash kiddie pool area leaves a lot to be desired as well. So as far as relaxing and swimming and doing a resort day, it just doesn't have as much to offer in that sense. Jumping into the moderate category, and I know I'm gonna get comments for this one, but I think the worst one in the moderate category is Coronado Springs. I know a lot of people love it, but it's just not for us. And I don't think it's a great resort for a baby slash toddler. There's not as much for them to do there. It can be kind of stuffy and business-like, even though it is a Disney resort and it is magical. It is tied to a convention center. So it ends up being a lot more adults there and a lot more people on business trips. And it's a little less family and fun, and everyone's running around in their t-shirt and Mickey shorts and whatever. And so it's a little less that and a little more businessy. And so that is one reason that we just don't pick that resort for that reason, as well as their, I know I talk about this a lot, but we're pool people, and their kiddie pool just leaves a lot to be desired. It is nothing more than a square, just kiddie pool, and there's really nothing to it. There's no slides, there's not really a lot of fountain to it, there's nothing to play in, it's just pool. So if you would like something a little more exciting and fun for your little one, I highly suggest kind of checking out some of the other resorts in this category. And the last thing that's not a deal breaker, but it's not ideal either, is that transportation at Coronado Springs is limited to only one bus system. And so you are only able to go to any of the parks or Disney Springs or anything from the bus system. So there's no monorail, there's no boats, there's no gondolas, there's nothing like that. And so it just, when there's so many other options that are a lot more exciting, that just leaves a lot to be desired in my opinion. And now we are on to the Deluxe and Deluxe Villa category. I'm just gonna smush these together and do it as one resort, because for me, out of this two categories that I'm making one for this video, there's really one resort that just sticks out as like not a good option overall. And we've stayed there and just really, it was nice. It was a Disney resort. We felt magical and all of the things that you want. But when it comes to comparing it to a lot of the other Disney resorts that we've stayed at, and even other Disney resorts and what they have to offer, it just leaves a little bit to be desired. And I know I'm gonna get comments about this, but my least favorite pick for the Deluxe Villa category is Boardwalk. I know you're like already in the comment section letting me have it about this pick, but hear me out. Everything that you need to go to, your shopping, your dining, your fun, everything is outside. And while yes, I get, Ashley, you're staying at the boardwalk. That's the whole point, is everything's on a boardwalk. I get that, and I get the idea of the boardwalk, but sometimes when you have, say, a baby, we took our newborn when we went on this particular trip and stayed at the boardwalk, there's no shade anywhere. And everything you need to go to, your quick service dining, your shopping, all the things are along the boardwalk. And so keeping her out of the sun was very, very difficult because there's no like breezeways, there's no arches really to walk along and be able to stay shaded. As well as if it's raining, you're walking in the rain. Like there's not a lot of options of getting to and from anywhere without either getting soaked or baked. And so to me, that's just not ideal. And as well as their quick food options, they do have a quick service. They have a walk-up pizza window, which is delicious, by the way, as well as they have a food stand that has like chicken strips and burgers, things like that that you would get along a boardwalk. But all of those, their seating is, again, outside. There's no indoor seating, and even the tables that were outside the times that we've been there didn't even have umbrellas. And so again, you're not getting out of the rain and you're not getting out of the sun, so you're just sitting there and you're eating your burger or your pizza and you're getting baked or you're getting poured on, unless you want to take it either back to your room or I don't know, I don't even know where else you would go, because everything, like I said, is outside. When it comes to their pool, they have a neat pool and they have a fun water coaster and all of that. The Keister coaster, like we couldn't have come up with a better name than that, but it is what it is. But when it comes to their kiddie pool, it's just that, it's a round pool. There was no fountain to it. It was just concrete. And unfortunately, even for this one, it's not like a zero entry kiddie pool. It's one of those where you have to kind of, as a toddler, mine was almost 2, she literally had to go and sit her little bum on the side of the pool and swing her legs over and get in. And so it was one of those things, my husband and I didn't feel comfortable letting her just walk over to the pool and get in and splash around herself. Because if she were to fall, she's either going to fall and bonk her head on either concrete or fall and go head under into the kiddie pool. So neither one of those options are ideal from a parent standpoint, as well as it's just directly out in the baking sun. There's no shaded parts to it. There's no like water slide. There's no, well, anything. And so for us, it just left a lot to be desired as far as a place for our daughter to be able to splash and play at that age and being a little more independent. So it just didn't offer that. So that's gonna do it for my list of worst Disney resorts for little ones. Yeah, and if you want to check out my list of best resorts at Disney World for little ones, then go on down to the description box and I will have that video link so you can check it out. I hope I didn't offend anyone too much with my picks, but what works for my family may not be what works for yours and vice versa, but that's what makes Disney so magical, is we can all have our favorites and our worsts and still have a good time. But if you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, as well as if you're new here and you love Disney magic and motherhood content, then go ahead down and hit the red subscribe button. But yeah, we'll see you guys right back here for a brand new video. Can you say bye, guys?
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.
Turn the camera off.
Okay, we'll turn the camera off.
Camera. Let's see what's it.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.